Pile 1, welcome to my channel, loves. We're going to hop right into it. So this is, how does your neighbors view you? How does your neighbors view you? We're going to hop right into it. We're staged over the cards and shuffled over the decks. If you hear any noise in the back, it is my fan. It is hot. We're going to hop right into it, loves. If you're interested in my Patreon and personal readings, that's down below in the description box. So how does your neighbors view you, Power? So starting off that, some of you guys, you can know your neighbors, some of you guys, you don't. For the ones, whether you know your neighbors or not, other neighbors feel like you're somebody where you're very well respected. So they can see that a lot of people respect you. A lot of people consider you. It's just a whole lot of respect. So your neighbors have a lot of respect for you. They can see that other neighbors have a lot of respect for you. It could be the way that you carry yourself. It could be the people that are around you, that you associate with, that they see you associate with. It could be this energy where they just see how people treat you, where you come off as somebody to be very significant to people. So that your neighbors view you as somebody where you get a lot of respect from people in your neighborhood, or you just get a lot of respect for the people that's around you here. Your neighbors feel like you are very attractive. We also got asking others about you. So some of your neighbors ask other neighbors about you, or other neighbors could ask maybe people in the same household. Like they could be like, so say for instance you got neighbors and it's more than one person in the household. They could be talking like, yeah, you know who Pile 1 is? Did you see who Pile 1 was? Did you find out who they were? Or do you know anything about Pile 1? Oh yeah, I don't know nothing about Pile 1. You know, it could be anything as far as that, or they could literally be asking other neighbors about you here. It's something that has to do with how attractive you are. So some of your neighbors are attracted to you. Some of your neighbors do ask other neighbors about you, or they do ask other people in their household. Yeah, you know, if they single, you see anybody come over their house, you think they date anybody. It could be things like that here, but your neighbors do ask about you, or at least a particular neighbor does ask about you here at least. We gotta get lost in your eyes. So your neighbors feel like you have really beautiful eyes here. I'm getting a specific neighbor here. So you can have more than one neighbor that likes you, but I'm getting heavy emphasis on your neighbors crushing on you here. Making me this energy that your neighbors could have thought that they knew who you were, especially for the ones that speak to your neighbors. Like if you talk to your neighbors every now and then, like I'm just getting like somebody think they know who you are and they don't have a clue who you are. Like, so your neighbors you surprise your neighbors. They think they have a clue of what type of person you are. They think they have a clue of who you might be, and then you do something to shock them or surprise them, or just does something that don't add up, that makes them start back to scratch one off the drawing board. Some of your neighbors could think that you're an entrepreneur, that you're self-employed. Some of them could think that you work for yourself. Some of them can even think that you're a boss here, or that you're some type of manager. Again, whether you spoke to whether you spoke to your neighbors or not, your neighbors feel like you're somebody where you speak very articulate. If they heard you speak before, they feel like you're very well educated. Your neighbors can find you to be a very well educated person. So whether you have like accolades or certificates behind your background, you can have neighbors that think you're certified in things. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you are certified, you have a certificate. This is how they view you, even if it's not the case here. So we also got, so some of you, it's not for all of you guys, but some of you guys, your neighbors could, like, if you went through a situation where you're dating somebody and you're not with that person anymore, your neighbors could know. Maybe your neighbors haven't seen you go out more. Maybe your neighbors have seen you. I'm just this energy. Your neighbors feel like somebody was in your life, they messed up or whatever, they didn't treat you right, now you are here living your best life. So it's something like this here. So if your neighbors know or saw you date somebody and they don't come around anymore, and maybe you were talking to new people, maybe you have new people surrounding you now, your neighbors could feel like you're having fun because somebody messed up here. That's for some of y'all. Your neighbors really, really like your hair, whether you're a man or a woman. If you're a woman, your neighbors love how you style your hair. One thing about your neighbors is they notice how you style your hair, how you change your hair, how whatever type of look you do for your hair, it really fits your face, it frames your face. So there's a lot of emphasis on watching you here. We also got more income revamp. So there could be certain neighbors that feel like you got more money now. Maybe you're buying new things. Maybe they see you buying new stuff. Some of your neighbors feel like you're revamping your home. You're making more money now, so you're making more changes to your home, making your home feel more like home, changing things out. It could be maybe they see certain stuff on the street, where maybe you throw certain things away on the garbage. You know, it's on the street, and they're like, oh, you know, they see you get new stuff because of stuff that you're throwing away. So it could be anything like that here. So this is how your neighbors are currently viewing you here. Your neighbors also view you as somebody where you're very well endowed. There could be certain neighbors that want to be like you, want to have a home like you, want to have a car like you, even have like the idea of what your life looks like. So some neighbors do are admired by you. They do look at you as some type of admiration here. They see how people respect you. They see how you get treated by other people here as well. They also see how you keep people guessing here. If you talk to one of your neighbors, if you flirted with a neighbor, talk to a neighbor, whether you flirted with a neighbor or not, your neighbors like talking to you. They feel you're somebody where you know how to hold a conversation, especially flirt. So whether you flirt with a neighbor or not, they definitely feel you know how to flirt. They definitely love talking to you. This is energy responding a neighbor. Like if you spoke to a neighbor, just know that they did not want the conversation to end. They really enjoyed talking to you about whatever they was talking to you about here. But this is how your neighbors are viewing you here. So we're gonna go in and get some more cards here, but that's just starting off, you know, just want to, you know, set the tone in the room. You feel me, Power One? This is how your neighbors view you. So some of you guys, your neighbors could feel like you're out of state, or that you don't come from the city that you live in, or that you reside in. Some of you guys, this is not for all of you guys, but some of you guys, your neighbors or a neighbor could be feeling this is not for all of y'all, but some of y'all, maybe you have a co-worker that you work with at work that's a neighbor, because we got the co-worker card out here. Now, it don't have to be. That's for like a small percentage. So some of y'all, if you have a co-worker that is like a neighbor on your block, or a block or two over, or anything like that here, yeah, I'm seeing that play out here too as well. That's for the ones where you know that resonates with you. Your neighbors feel like you have a really nice body. If you're a woman, your neighbors feel like you got all the right junk in all the right places, honey, okay? So your neighbors feel like you have a really nice body here. Your neighbors can think you're foreign. I don't care what your skin color is. Like, it could be the way that you talk, it's the slang that you speak, it could be your eyes, your eye shape, your color, your hair. It could be anything, but your neighbors feel like you're foreign for some of you guys. Yeah, so back to the whole coworker thing for this neighbor. If one of your coworkers are like a neighbor here for the ones, whether your coworker's a neighbor or not, y'all have some neighbors that is very upset that you're excelling. Like some of you guys, you have a neighbor that you may not know dislikes you here. This neighbor looks at you as being superior. They look at you as gaining new skills. You're very diverse. It seems like you're very cultural. It's like you get along with a lot of different people. You can even be, again, so some of you guys, there could be a neighbor that's jealous because some of y'all, you may be starting a new job, or whether you're starting a new job or not, your neighbors know that you're getting more money than what you were getting before. They can tell by the things that you're buying, by the things that you're throwing out and bringing new things in. Some of you guys, your neighbors are upset, or there is a neighbor that's upset that you're growing financially. Like a neighbor can tell you're growing financially by the things that you're obtaining. They're kind of a little envious or jealous of that. But this is how your neighbors are viewing you here. So let's go ahead and get some tarot. Let me see. How is my Power One neighbors viewing them? Well, how does your Power One neighbor feel? How does Power One neighbors feel about them? I want to know about this. How does Power One neighbors feel? We got the Hermit. So your neighbors are paranoid, or your neighbors can feel you're isolated. So maybe some of you guys, you stay in your own world. So your neighbors, say your neighbors associate with each other. Maybe you don't associate with them like that. You stay in your own world. Some of you guys, your neighbors can feel like you are somebody where you withdraw your energy as well. Let's see. Ooh, we got the Seven of Swords here. So some of you guys, your neighbors are afraid of you betraying them here. We got the Ten of Wands. So your neighbors could so for some of you guys here, your neighbors could feel like they're paranoid that you will betray them. So this is not for all of y'all, but some of you guys, you can have a neighbor that is paranoid that their partner is going to betray them with you here. There's a neighbor that's intimidated by you. They feel like you have a really nice body. You're a very handsome guy. You're a very handsome, about to say handsome woman. You're a very handsome guy. You're a very well-kept woman. Very round, very wholesome. You seem like you got a lot going on for yourself. You seem like you're really good at holding conversations. People smitten on you very easily. People respect you here. So there is a neighbor here that do fear. Like there's a neighbor right now. We got Virgo, Aquarius, or Sagittarius. So it could be any of them signs here. You can even be these signs here. But y'all do have a neighbor that's paranoid that their partner is going to betray them for you. They're stressed out thinking about this. They're stressed out. This can even be it's already trust issues within it. So there's a neighbor that already don't trust their partner, but with you being on the block, it makes it 10 times harder for them to trust. So this is how your neighbor, you look at that, the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Your neighbor is fearful that their partner is going to betray them and come talk to you, or try to talk to you. They're paranoid. So I can't stress this enough, y'all. We're about to pull another spread here, but this is how your neighbors view you, or whether this is neighbors or a neighbor here. you have a neighbor that's paranoid because they think that their partner is going to betray them by coming towards you and give it to you here, and they're burdened by that. This is something that this person thinks of over and over and over. This person can even be fearful when they're at work. Like, there could be a neighbor that's fearful when they go to work, the partner is going to talk to you, or they're not at the home. They could even call in. Like, I'm seeing like a neighbor call in and checking on their partner. Like, yeah, what you doing, babe? How's your day going? Calling and checking in just to see what's going on. Look at that. We got the 5 of Cups here. So I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, let's pull another spread. Let's see. How does my neighbors feel about my Power 1? Y'all, these cards have fell. We got the Queen of Wands. Y'all neighbors, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm done with y'all Power 1. I'm done. Y'all reading is pretty straightforward. I'm going to get this card real quick. We got the Queen of Wands and we got the Magician card. I am done. Some of you guys, your neighbors feel like you're becoming more attractive here as well. Your neighbors can feel like you're, like, if you changed something up recently about your looks, you did something, your neighbors can feel like you're more attractive. Then maybe you were stepping out more. Some of you guys, maybe you've been stepping out more. But there's something where your neighbors like you are way more attractive than what they thought you were. It's not even thought, like you already was attractive. Like, your neighbors already feel like you're attractive, but now it's like you're attractive. Like, I'm trying to think. It's like Lori Harvey when she's don't have makeup on, or pretty or attractive, versus when she does. It's like that. So your neighbors feel like you are becoming way more attractive. You're really investing in your looks, and stuff like that here. Some of you guys, there could even be a neighbor that's manifesting you here. It could be a Libra here or a Leo. You have a neighbor that's manifesting you. Yeah, some of you guys, I'm also seeing, like, if you, whether you're a man or a woman, like, if you ever go outside or work, I'm seeing somebody like work outside or do something outside, fix on something, work on something, or just do something outside while somebody else is watching. So some of y'all, like, when you're outside cutting grass, if you're a man, you have female neighbors that watches you cut the grass, that look at you, that watch you from afar while you work really hard. They find that to be very attractive here. If you're a woman here, you could be out there planting your plant garden. You could just be coming outside to pull the cans, or you could be doing anything. I'm just seeing when you are not paying attention and you're like working on your yard, or you're doing something outside or anything like that, putting something up, a grill, anything, you have neighbors that look over and look at you. Look at that. We got the 9 of Cups in reverse here. So there can be this energy here where so some of you guys, there are neighbors here that feel it unfulfilled while you're manifesting. So your neighbors feel like you're manifesting your dream life, or whatever home you're in. Your neighbors feel like you're creating your dream life here. Like, if there can be certain neighbors that's unfulfilled. Like, I'm trying to. Some of y'all, yes, y'all. There's like a neighbor that is in a situation. I'm getting 2 different messages. Some of y'all, there's a neighbor that's in a situation with a person that they don't want to be in, and they're looking at you, they want to manifest you. They see how attractive you are, they're very smitten over you. Others of you here, I'm seeing where there's just neighbors here that's unfulfilled in what they're doing with their life, and then they're looking at you and they're like, oh, Power 1 seems very happy. They getting up every day, they're coming outside doing this, and your neighbors can almost feel as if you have like a dream life. Even if you work every day, they just feel like you have a dream life because they're unfulfilled. And then when you come home, you look at if you get on work like you just got off, had a good day at work, you coming in, you just look very, some of y'all about to say fertile. So your neighbors feel like you are wondering if you're with child or not. That's for some of y'all. Let me get another card here. The Empress in reverse. Y'all cannot make this. I'm done pulling a card. This is my last card. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck. 4 Wands in reverse. Y'all, there is a neighbor right now that's in a relationship. They're feeling neglected. Y'all have a neighbor that's fearful that they're going to talk to you. Like, I'm literally getting a relationship. 2 people are in a relationship. There's a lot of trust issues. 2 people are not on the same page here. One person's neglecting the relationship, the other person's feeling neglected, somebody's feeling not unfulfilled, they don't want to be there, somebody's ready to manifest more. So there can be this energy where there's a neighbor that's settling. They've been in a situation, they've been settling in a situation, now they see you, they want to manifest more because they see you. They're like, man, I want more for myself. I thought I was going to just sit and stay in something I wasn't fulfilled in, but I want more. Because, yeah, we're going to move on from this. But this is how your neighbors are currently viewing y'all. Take her to leave a dozen here. And yeah, till next time, peace, love, and that beautiful, bigger, and bolder. Bye, babes. So welcome to my channel, Soulfully Gifted Power 2. We're gonna hop right into it. This is, how does your neighbors view you? How does your neighbors view you? If you hear anything in the back, love, that is my fan. Sorry, loves, but it is hot. If you're interested in Patreon and personal readings, that's down below in the description box, baby. So it's good eating the hoodie. We're about to hop right into it, loves. And thank you so much for all your love and support. Peace, love, and light, beautiful, bigger, and bolder. So how does your neighbors view you, pile 2? So how does my pile 2 neighbors view them? So first off, your neighbors view you as this guy or girl that has a really clean girl guy aesthetic. That means you're very sharp, nice crispy haircut, clothes are ironed, you just look very approachable. You look somebody, you come off as, I won't say you come off as serious, but you come off as take me serious. So this is how your neighbors view you. Like you come off as somebody where you're very clean, you look like you smell good, you look like you have a nice home, the inside of your home, all of that. This is how your neighbors view you here. Yeah, so another thing here as well is your neighbors could view you as upgrading. Maybe you got a new car for some of you guys. Others of you could even be making changes on your home or things like that here. For the ones that's doing stuff like that here, your neighbors just feel like you're getting more money than what you were before. That was the kind of like the thing of pile 1 here. So your neighbors do feel like there has been some type of increase in your finances here because of the things that you have obtained, because of the things that you've been buying lately or that you have for yourself as well. Some of you guys here, this is not for all of you guys, but if you have an OnlyFans, for the ones that have an OnlyFans, some of you guys, your neighbor could be somebody that watches your OnlyFans. That's for some of y'all. That's literally like maybe like 3%. So 3 people, like I'll literally say 3 people. So for some of y'all, if you have an OnlyFans, maybe your neighbor knows about your OnlyFans or something like this here. That's for the ones if you have an OnlyFans. Others of you here, your neighbor could want, if you, some of you guys, y'all have an older neighbor that wants to be your sugar mom, they want to be your sugar dad here. So 2 different messages. So some of y'all, your neighbors knows about your OnlyFans, and others of you, there is a neighbor that wants to be your sugar, they want you to be their sugar baby or something like this here. They want to pay you. Yeah, look at that. We got smell good. So your neighbors can feel like you smell good. I don't know. Maybe your neighbor smelled you, or maybe it can be food. So some of y'all, like when you be cooking food or whatever, your neighbors can smell it and it smells really good. Your neighbors can really want to try your food or try your cooking, because when you cook, some of you guys, y'all could smoke as well. Like your neighbors feel like you got that good gas, because something about aroma here. So some of y'all, again, you could cook here, your neighbors smell that. Others of you, like when you smoke marijuana or gas here, your neighbors could tell that it must be some really good stuff because of the way it's so strong in the air. The smell of it is like so strong up in the air as well. So yeah, so some of you guys, your neighbors could feel like you are somebody where you have really nice tattoos. So if you have tattoos or anything like that, your neighbors love your tattoos. They love the placement that your tattoos are at. Like your tattoos really fit your body. Like it really fits your personality, it fits your body, it fits your skin tone. Like your tattoos really bring out prominent places of you. Like I don't know, it's something about your tattoos here. So your neighbors really do like your tattoos. Some of you guys, we got love at first sight. So some of you guys, there could be a neighbor that when instantly once they saw you, they started crushing on you here. Maybe you spoke to a neighbor, maybe you didn't hear, but there's a neighbor that feels like it's like love at first sight. Your neighbor could also feel like you're somebody where you're very dependable or very reliable. They could view, some of you guys, maybe you sit out on your porch. If you sit on your porch often, your neighbors view you as somebody where it's like they know if anything goes down, you will see something. Others of you here, your neighbors just know how reliable, dependable you are. Some of you guys, your neighbors can also like the fact that when they have packages and stuff like that, yeah, so yeah, so this is what your neighbors view you here. Your neighbors could view you as somebody where you are, they can rely on you in some type of way, shape, or form. Some of you guys, your neighbors could have left a package on their porch all day long or something like that, and it was still there. So your neighbor could feel like in their neighborhood they have really like reliable people or really good people in their neighborhood and stuff like that that they can trust and stuff like that. Okay, so your neighbors are view you as somebody where you are elevating. So a lot of you guys, your neighbors can tell that you're elevating, that they can tell that you have a lot of new stuff going on for you. Again, some of you guys, you could have a new car. Others of you, you could be making changes on your home. Some of y'all, you could have bought something to go in the back of your backyard or something like this. Some of you guys, you could be making changes on just like your flower bed here. But your neighbors can tell that you are elevating. Some of you guys, your neighbor could view you as somebody where you're very some of you guys, you can like to go jog. Some of you guys could like to go for a run. Your neighbors could view you as somebody where you're very sporty, or you can like game nights, you're very sporty. Maybe they send you going up a pack of beer. Or some of you guys, like if you threw like a party on like certain like Super Bowl nights and stuff like that, your neighbors saw that. So some of you guys, your neighbors know that you're into sports and stuff like that. Others of you here, this came out, some of y'all may want to watch pile 1, because I do see there will be some messages in pile 1 that's for you. Some of you guys, you could have a neighbor that asks about you, and that came out of pile 1, where there is a neighbor that's asking about pile 1. Some of you guys, there can be a neighbor asking other neighbors that they speak to about your elevation, something about you elevating. So let me see here. Look, ooh, we got the 9 of Wands here. Let's see. Queen of Wands. Okay, for some of you guys here, we got the 2 of Swords here as well in reverse. Yeah, so some of you guys, you could have lost. Some of you guys, you have a, this is for the ones that's been gaining weight or losing weight. Some of you guys, there could be a neighbor that's seeing that you are very attractive. I'm seeing like somebody losing weight here. So some of you guys, there is a neighbor that's wondering if your body is natural, or if you got any work done. This neighbor could have noticed that you gained weight in the right places, or you're losing weight in the right places. Like they're seeing some type of change. So some of you guys, there's a neighbor that could be asking another neighbor, do you think they got their body done? Do you think their body natural? I'm seeing like a gossip. So if there's neighbors that talk to each other and you're a woman, there's other neighbors that are saying, yeah, you think they got their body done? You think they got this done? Da 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 da. And because you look very attractive, you look really good here with the Queen of Wands. If you're a masculine here, there's a neighbor that's wondering, oh, do they do steroids? Oh, do they do this? Do they do that? You know, so it's just same thing, you know. But this is what your neighbors are asking another neighbor about your looks, about what you got going on here as well. Some of you guys, your neighbors could feel like you have pretty privilege. For some of you guys, that there could be certain neighbors that feel like the reason why you got your home or the things that you got is because of your looks here. Certain stuff like that here, for some of you guys. Some of you guys, your neighbors could feel like you got something that was on sale that they wanted that they didn't get. So some of you guys, that's something like that, or you caught a sale. So you had something that was on sale that your neighbor wanted, but you end up catching it yourself. Yeah, we got the Knight of Swords here. Your neighbor has a lot of anxiety around this. This could be a Gemini. We got the World card in reverse. Disappointed here. Yeah, so some of you guys, your neighbors having a lot of anxiety, and your neighbors also disappointed. Yeah, some of y'all, you got something for a cheaper price that your neighbor wanted and they didn't get, and you got it and have a lot of anxiety. They're very disappointed because you got it. We got upgrade here. So some of you guys, your neighbors just view you as upgrading. So this is how your neighbors are view you. This is going to be very straightforward when it comes to y'all. We got the 7 of Wands in reverse here. Let's see. Ooh, we got the 7 of Cups here in reverse here. So some of you guys, your neighbors could at one point in time thought you didn't have as many opportunities, and now you do. So there's something about your neighbors, about your elevation. Look at that 2 of Pentacles here, being more balanced here. Yeah, so your neighbors are knowing that your neighbors are seeing that you upgraded. Like, we got more income, we got elevate, we got upgrade. Your neighbors are literally looking at you change your life here. So this is how your neighbors feel about you. They feel like at one point in time you didn't have as many opportunities. They feel like at one point in time, some of y'all, there could be a neighbor that's wondering how you're getting these opportunities or how you're getting this money for some of you guys. So again, some of you guys, your neighbors could feel like you do something on the side. Like your neighbors could be telling other neighbors or speculating that you do something on the side, like OnlyFans, or whether you do OnlyFans or not. Like there are neighbors that feel like there's no way you're growing this rapidly. So your neighbors are kind of wondering where you're getting this money from. They see that you're making more money, clearly. They see that you're elevating. They see that your stuff is upgrading. Your hair could be upgrading. Your nails could be upgrading. Your car could be upgrading. You could got a new garbage can because they just see there's some type of upgrading that you're doing when it comes to your house, your yard. They could talk about the stuff you bringing in, bringing out. This is how your neighbors view you as well. Your neighbors can also view you as somebody that play loud music. You have a really good playlist though, so your neighbors do like the playlist that you play. Even though it's loud sometimes, they do like the playlist that you play here for the ones where you play music as well. So we got want to see your downfall. We got fame, not clout. I don't know, it's about watch your mouth. So some of you guys, there is a neighbor that kind of want to see your downfall because they feel like you get too much attention. So there's a neighbor that sees that you get a lot of attention, and they kind of, I don't know. Let me see. I'm put cards on this, because why do they want to see your downfall? Why does this neighbor want to see your downfall? We got the 3 of Wands here. So some of you guys, your neighbors could not want you to move here. For some of you guys, or so some of you guys, your neighbors don't want you to move, or yeah. So some of you guys, you could be planning to make changes in your life, or you're traveling here. Yeah, so some of you guys, you could be traveling or doing something. So your neighbors don't want your hard work to pay off. So this is not for all of you guys, but for some of you guys, you have a neighbor that does not want you to move. Like, your neighbor does not want you to have better for yourself. A lot of you guys, you're making more income, you're upgrading, a lot of things are changing for you, and there is a neighbor that does not want you to move for some reason. Let me see why. Why not this neighbor want you to move? Because we got praying on your downfall. Like, I'm just confused. Queen of Wands. So some of you guys, you got a neighbor that's attracted to you and they don't want you to move. So you have a neighbor that's kind of like wishing that you don't move. I mean, the card that came out is praying on your downfall. So that's the case. Some of y'all have a neighbor that, I'm getting 2 different messages. So some of y'all have a neighbor that's hoping that you have to move because of how attractive you look, and they tired of you being the center of attention on the block. Others of you, there's a neighbor that don't want you to move because you're very attractive here, and this person is hoping that whatever plans you whatever hard work you're doing, they're hoping don't pay off so you can stay stuck. Look at that, the 9 of Wands. So there's a neighbor, King of Pentacles, the Empress in reverse. Some of y'all, there's a neighbor that wants to take care of you here. So I don't know y'all, but there's a neighbor that wants to pay your rent, pay your bills. Yeah, so some of y'all, there's a neighbor that wants, they're very attracted to you. They can want to help pay your bills or something like this. This is for some of y'all. Others of y'all here, y'all have a neighbor here that just view you as very attractive. They see that you're going through, they see that you're doing a lot. So this is a neighbor, they see that you're very attractive. Say you're a woman, you're a very attractive woman, but this neighbor also noticed that you do a lot. You carry your own bags in, you pull up your own trash can. They see certain stuff to where you have a lot on your plate here. So there's a neighbor that kind of that wants to kind of come in. We got the King of Pentacles. So this could be a very well-off woman or a very well-off man. They're very stable here. They could want to come in here. Oh, we got the Empress and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so some of y'all, you have a neighbor that kind of wants you to neglect how you look. So not for all of y'all, but there's a neighbor that feels like you're always attractive. You always attracted to people in the neighborhood that has finances, or you always attracting very well-off people. There's a neighbor that kind of wants you to slow down on your keep up. So there's a neighbor that's hoping that you can't go. There's a neighbor that's hoping that you can't travel to go get your lash extensions done. There's a neighbor that's hoping that you can't go get that haircut. So there's different messages for y'all. So take person that leave a dozen here. Okay, we also got play. So some of you guys, you have neighbors that feel like you do certain stuff and then play like you don't be doing it. So for instance, there's certain neighbors that may feel like you be calling the cops or whatever, and to come in their house and then pretend like you don't do nothing or whatever. So that don't even have to be the case. Some of y'all, you could have done something like this here. You got the Temperance here. So some of y'all, there are neighbors that feel like you be doing stuff, but you act like you are trying to keep the peace, or act like you're balanced, or act like you're all for the neighborhood and things like that, but you really behind closed doors be doing certain stuff, calling the city on somebody for not having their grass cut, things like that here. So even if this is not you, for some of y'all, there could be neighbors that feel like you're the reason why city is being called. You're the reason why police are stopping by. You're the one that's calling them, even if you're not. Yeah, we got the Death card here in reverse here. Yeah, so some of y'all, this is how your neighbors feel. Some of y'all, whether you're doing this or not, your neighbors are feeling like you play nice, you nice nasty, you act as if you cool, you chill, you come off as harmless, you come off as you act like you just chilling, but really deep down inside, they feel like you're the reason why city being called, or reason why they get fined and stuff like that, because you're snitching or you're saying stuff or whatever. But then you present yourself as if you're not. You present yourself as if you mind your own business. This is for some of y'all. Okay, we also have Revenge, Get Even and Malicious. So this came right. So I already kind of see where this is going, but I want to make sure. Let me see. Let me clarify how too before you know. Look at that, 7 of Cups here in reverse. So some of you guys here, there is a neighbor that kind of wants to get a neighbor wants to give you some type of reality check here. So there's a neighbor that wants to give you what? Let me see. We got the Sun card in reverse here. We got the 9 of Cups in reverse here. So some of you guys here, this is not going to be for all of y'all. This is not everybody neighbor, but this is like for a small percentage of you here. Some of you guys, there is a neighbor here that kind of wants to get even with you, because they're kind of going to give you some type of reality check. Like there's a neighbor that feels there's a neighbor, and the thing is because you have wish fulfillment here. That's what it is. Look at that. We got the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you guys, there is a neighbor here that is very insecure, not stable, somebody that does not fulfill. So you have a miserable neighbor. This is a miserable neighbor. So this is a neighbor that feels like, so I'm gonna give you this way. For instance, this is a woman. This neighbor is a woman. I'm gonna give you an example. If you're a woman, say this neighbor is a woman. This neighbor is insecure because of you. They're also feeling unfulfilled in their life. Imagine somebody watching you, and you coming off as living your best life. You come off as being very happy. Somebody's taking that as conceited. So you have a neighbor that kind of want to give you some type of reality check. Whether you're a man or a woman, there's a neighbor that feel like you're too conceited. Like, you're too conceited. Like, you too your ego here. Like, there's a neighbor that wants to humble you. So some of y'all, there's a neighbor that wants to humble you. You got the Nine of Cups in reverse here. They want to make you feel unfulfilled. They want you to feel insecure. Yeah, so some of y'all, there's a neighbor that wants you to feel unfulfilled and insecure because they do. Like, there's a neighbor that feel like you get what you want, you have so many options, this is like an outsider looking in. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck this neighbor even know all this about y'all. Like, this neighbor watches y'all. So some of y'all, you have a neighbor that watches you, they watch the new stuff you bring in your home, they watch how you look, what you wearing when you about to leave your home, and based on where you about to go, based off how you dress. Like, there's a neighbor that kind of want to give you a reality check because they're miserable. Like, they're unhappy. This neighbor, and some of you guys, there can also be a neighbor that want to give you a reality check. Like, there's a neighbor that feel like you're living their life. Like, this could even be a neighbor that sits inside them home all the time. So y'all have a neighbor that sits inside their home all the time, and you're always going out and about, always coming back with drinks and stuff, like you had a good time, you came from somewhere that was fun, come around with fucking beads around your neck, and I don't know. It's just like y'all have a neighbor that kind of want to humble you or give you some type of reality check because they feel like you're conceited. And the reason why they want to do this is because they're unfulfilled. Like, they insecure. So you make a neighbor insecure. You make them feel like their home is not the best on the block. You make them feel like they're not as cute as they thought they were. For some of y'all, yeah, that's another thing. Some of y'all, there could have been a neighbor that thought they was like the baddest neighbor on the block, and then you moved on the block or something like that, or y'all moved in. So that's for some of y'all. Like, there's a neighbor that could have thought they was like the baddest neighbor on the block, or had the baddest car, had the baddest home, had the baddest partner, looked the best, had the best family. So there's stuff like this. This is why neighbors feel some type of way towards you here. There's a neighbor that was known or felt that they were known for something, and you came around and kind of took that. So I don't know. Let me get a couple more cards. How does Pile 2 neighbors view them? How does Pile 2 neighbors view them? How do they view my Pile 2? How does Pile 2 neighbors view them? We got the Knight of Pentacles here. So some of you guys, your neighbors can feel like you're not interested in really including yourself into like the neighborhood. Like, if there's other neighbors that speak to each other, or other neighbors that know each other, they feel like you're not included, or you're not interested in including yourself into it or whatever, like into the neighborhood. You got the World card in reverse here. Some of you guys, your neighbors can also be disappointed. Like, some of you guys, your neighbors can want to get to know you, but they can tell that you're not like really interested in getting to know them, and they're kind of disappointed about that. Like, there could be certain neighbors that are expecting you to be like other neighbors. Come in, speak, hey, how you doing? Wave at them, chit chat real quick. So yeah, you're not like the other neighbors in the. Yeah, look at that. We got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords as well. So some of you guys, there is neighbors that are viewing you as your wish fulfillment. Some of you, this is more than one. So some of you guys, this is not for all of you guys. I'm getting another message here, but some of you guys, there's like one neighbor that's attracted to you, and they look up and knows that everybody else is attracted to you. So there's neighbors that know that there's other neighbors that are attracted to you. Others of you, if you're in a relationship with some of you guys, I'm seeing like neighbors knowing. So some of y'all, that's not for all of y'all. Some of y'all, you could have dated somebody that really did not appreciate you, and there's a neighbor that is like, how? Like, so some of y'all, there's a neighbor that saw you go through a bad relationship, and they feel like you're like a wish fulfillment. They feel like you're like a dream come true. Like, this neighbor can't believe. Yeah, so some of y'all, there's a neighbor that can't believe somebody treated you poorly because they view you as a wish fulfillment. So that's for some of y'all. So this is y'all reading Pile 2. I hope that this resonates, but this is how y'all neighbors are viewing y'all here. The reading's not going to resonate with everyone. Take resonate, leave it does. Until next time, peace, love, and night, beautiful, bigger, and bolder. Bye, babies.